Oh boy, what wacky hijinks can we get into this time?
I do
Well, we
believe
together winning something for.
we are in
Which
for
be-
one of Pedro's favorite parts of the game.
The last of the Somethin
Really?
Four.
In what
With that, we
way
can finally have a
specifically?
proper
If we
raid.
rate your likeness for your raids, this is definitely one of your favorite parts of the
I can't
game.
help but wonder what they'll be like.
Sorry, Jova. Not seeing it.
No, that's the point. If we rate your likeness in what makes you rage.
Fine.
You'll get it when we
Um,
get to it, Scap.
Loading.
Okay, guys. Here we are
Dracoise.
at Dracoise's garden. Oh my god, it's...
I think it's pronounced Dracoise.
No, I think with the
No,
silent S,
Dracoise.
Dracois.
Is it?
Well, it depends. Well, you know what?
Isn't like
Actually, hold on. Don't the characters actually refer
I was
to
about
these
to-
guardians by name?
They do. Hold on. Let's see what they say.
Dracoise.
Yeah. Dracuna, Mycoides,
because
Draconum.
That specific pronunciation is clearly French-inspired, and usually when it's an O and an I in French, you'd say Dracoise. So
Yeah, to be fair, it
My
doesn't
God, the
necessarily have to
bloom
be French. Yeah, what is up with the bloom in this particular? Wait, is it to make it look more blue because this is a something blue one?
I'm sorry, I'm getting blinded by these.
I'm blue. I
I don't know, it looks more white than blue.
I'm white.
yeah,
That doesn't work.
The bit is dead, Jova.
And
I like
so
that
is
song.
my soul.
Hey, I like that song. It's one of the greatest representations of Teos's country.
That says a lot.
What Europop?
That song was outdated even back when it first came out.
Wait. It's not.
1999.
Wait, where are you
Yes.
going?
I wouldn't really say it's outdated. I mean, people still sing it every now and then.
Pedro, where are you going?
I don't even remember what I'm doing right now. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm going for a side conversation. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
There's the why.
Yeah, they're right there. There's a heart there. All right, let's see what Toa and Drake have to talk about this time. Hopefully something a bit more interesting than hairstyles. Let's see.
Shame you're
We
going
will
with.
see an object that is not there.
Shame you're going with Toa here.
No. These side conversations are exclusive to
Specific.
character Jova. If I try going for this
Well-
one with Toki Jova, the
Well,
game will
what
just
is
tell.
this?
The game will just say this side conversation is for Toa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it has to be with Toa.
Oh, so these are literally exclusive to character.
Who's this?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, that
sure
was
it's Toa.
Toa.
Yeah.
Alright, go on, Dwibs.
Where's your competitive spirit?
You're literally the Armenian people here.
How
Person.
can you be competitive with something like that? Competition is impossible when there's only one possible answer.
What
True.
makes you think there's only one possible answer?
The circumstances.
What do you think? What do you think this is? Who wants to be a millionaire?
Well, because there's just the two. Oh,
Right? I'm also Toki, remember?
Yeah, but your tone of voice is really different.
You have a different voice.
yeah, you're right. It totally slipped my mind.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
boy. This is
This
incredible.
conversation
Personality is also a little different.
I
This,
forget
ver-
to
this
sometimes.
conversation is working only because there's no voice acting.
So there's only. So the fact that your girlfriend has two personalities just slipped your mind, because that's totally the kind of thing that's easy to forget.
I mean, I get
Yeah,
the feeling that Zach's kind of that kind of guy who, prefers to just think
More
of him
like,
as
I
one
guess, he's
person.
the
Right.
Why don't you
thought.
like to share about it?
It's kind of like being inside a castle that can move and looking out the window.
Also, like Immortal Engines.
Interesting analogy.
So right now you're at Toki's house.
Huh.
Yeah, she goes to the toilet inside my eyeballs.
Ew.
Well, I guess that's how I explained it, huh? But the way you put it, it makes it sound kind of silly.
Maybe because it is. It must be nice having someone there with you all the time. There you go. This topic is already more interesting to me.
Well, sure. It's nice knowing I'll never be lonely.
This actually is an interesting conversation, seeing how someone with multiple
But
personalities
sometimes
deals with
I
it.
do wish I could. Sometimes I wish I could be alone.
Oh yeah? And what do you do when you feel that way?
Slice the nearest pillow. Toki's usually considerate enough to back off for a while.
What do you do in alone time?
That's none of your business. But I'm not as good as that as she is, and I end up spoiling it. We've argued about it before. Seriously, have you heard the times I've been yelling at myself in the house? Crazy, right?
Yeah, true. You
Even
two are like a
two
married
fight.
couple.
Huh.
Well, we're still only human, right?
I have to roll.
Or,
Or maybe it comes from my overwhelming desire to continue being a human.
Oh.
wow. Sounds deep. Not really. But
That's
what-
deep, yo.
Toa's practically trembling. She must worry about this every single day. I mean, she can't animate the trembling, but yeah.
You don't have to be so serious, you know.
Well, at least you know they're hiding it by having her off screen when he talks about
But
it.
show her from proof or present evidence.
Of what exactly? She didn't ask for.
Alright, Drake, search your court record.
I'll hold her hand because.
Aw, I wanted to see
Okay,
the evidence.
That's all you, Pedro. Don't do it.
Oh
What's this
my.
about? Are you trying to make me feel better or something?
Actually looks like he's nuzzling upon your bosom.
Again, well, remember, Joe, we can't animate him grabbing her hand.
Also, I'm
so
sorry, but
have
if
this
he's-
The
instead.
proportions are so fucked.
You're
Oh.
so warm.
Oh my.
That's a reptile. You shouldn't.
Okay, I get it. You cannot animate him grabbing her hand. Here's what you do: show the sky. At least that way we can fully imagine how it looks
Or a
like.
black
It's
screen,
okay.
like you did
I'd melt
before.
away if you held me with arms so warm.
Not only that, but if he's holding her hand, that means he's
These
holding.
dragon hands of yours are perfect.
It looks like he's holding her right hand in his left hand, which would be very awkward, mind you.
This is all perfect.
Toa, I'll never let go of you.
But we do need to move on with the quest. Me either. I'll never let go of myself.
Why don't you just go ahead and kiss him while you're at
Yo.
it?
So it was the way
here.
it was.
That's for the end.
There's
That's
no
that's the way it was
finger
phrased.
shield.
I
That's
have
the
a
final part.
girlfriend, and she
It
is
was,
so blue.
It was the way it was phrased. You know, it's like she was when Drake said, "I'll never let go of you." Me neither. Like, I'll never let go of myself.
Just remember to never let go of a certain other thing, Toa.
Your
Alright.
gun.
A shotgun.
Right, yeah.
Actually.
It's like what Theodore Roosevelt said: walk softly and carry a big gun.
Alright, now let's get back to business.
To defeat the
Makibona.
Han.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Spider-Man for some reason.
Oh, well, we're not playing Resident Evil 3 the
Well, no.
remake, Dwibs.
Toa and
Oh my god! A spirit who looks different.
And he's very
He said
badly
it,
animated.
Dracois.
which holds sway over
said
Alright,
it.
I guess you were right in this case, Jova.
Yep.
Listen to
So,
that.
but
I guess it's because it's a pun on the color turquoise.
Looks like Drake.
the
Thing that's
ba-
constant.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that
Wow.
makes sense.
Maybe
Even by
Also,
this
it's
game's
also
standards,
it's a wyvern, not a dragon.
understanding.
By the way, well, wyverns are considered a type of dragon.
Subspecies.
even by this game's standards, this guy is really badly animated.
Okay, you think of all the spirits, he would have been the one that we fight. He is not.
There's nothing quite like it. It's so bad.
Also, that's I think it's Kurt Thornton, his voice
What must
actor.
his sense of taste be like?
Although that bakery of his is
Basically,
closed.
this guy wants
Yeah,
one of
definitely
Ricardo's
Kirk Thornton.
cakes.
Yeah. He said he was going off to do some training.
Poor Kirk.
Well, if you could track
You think
him
this is Kirk
down
Thornton?
and squeeze a cake
I think
out of
he is.
I'd
It definitely
be
sounds
happy
like
to
him.
push out
Kirk
something
Thornton can do a lot of voices, even Donald
I know,
Trump.
Jova.
So that's all we have to do?
Correct. I really want that cake.
So there you go,
happen to
once
know that
again,
Ricardo
Ricardo's
is
cake.
training in
Managed to be this
enlightenment.
famous.
Ah, there, Enlightenment Canyon.
The game is
So
under
we
the
have to
impression
deal
that
with
this
him
that
yet
this
again.
Well, we don't have
deathly
any other
cake is
choice.
funny. It is not.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Pedro, the Tales of series run constantly on jokes about the lethal chef character having someone who actually enjoys his or her food.
I
True.
can get this
The
kind
big-
of
the big
joke
difference-
too.
Again, Pedro, it's not a matter of a joke, it's the characters who is applied with that,
I-
you know, it's not stimulating for
And
you.
I will give this quest credit. They actually do give a reason why Dracois really wants one of Ricardo's cakes. I think with Makamona, the reason was like, oh, it helps out with her job or something.
No, she just loves them. That's
Oh,
the thing.
Okay, well, yeah, she just happens to like them. Taste be subjective.
You could beg on hands and knees, and I'd never eat
That's the but of
That's
course
exactly what a
is.
tsundere would say, Toa.
Alright. Let's
Enlightenment
go to...
Canyon.
Let's go back to Ricardo.
They did mention where he was training.
Yeah.
Something like the plains.
Again,
Yeah,
Dracoy said
yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, I have to look for every spot and wait.
Well, mind you,
Yeah.
they did mention in the actual cutscene. I just forgot it quickly.
Oh,
so...
no, I'm aware of that too. It's just that
there you go.
It's just that by this point, my brain is half asleep because this game is so boring.
Honestly, of all the things to complain about, I wouldn't really complain about having to search a map to find a place that we were told
Especially
about.
considering how small this world is.
Trust me, there are plenty of things to complain about. This is not really one of them. Although, I gotta say, the Enlightenment Canyon does look a lot like the Royal Crypt.
Which in itself looks like the other two canyons level we visited.
Yes, all of there's only really 3 dungeons in this game, and they get repeated ad nauseum.
But guys, they changed the color scheme, so that means it's a different location.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
Do you hear that?
There they
It's
are.
the winds of
Ricardo and his
change.
lackeys.
What kind of training are they doing in a place like this?
This, okay, who do you think you are? Tom Hooper? What's with that angle?
Whip, whip, whip.
Well,
Cream, really
Pedro
turn
could...
together.
That's her gesture.
What the fuck are you doing over there? Like,
Pedro, you mentioned Tom Hooper. This is the kind of directing he did for Cats.
no, well, I haven't seen Cats nor Les Miserables, but I saw the King's Speech, and there are some angle. Except the angle, those kinds of angles in King's Speech make sense because he's taking a cue from Orson Welles and using cinematography to.
I thought you had seen Les Miserables.
No.
Huh.
I don't remember saying I did.
Are you sure we're doing it right? Training in a place like
I
this
thought you
at all?
had seen.
Maybe you're confusing him with me, Java.
Maybe.
It was all pretend.
Fools! Have you so quickly forgotten our credo?
I didn't know they
You
had
have
a
Credo?
I don't care either way.
Of course.
You know, Pedro, despite you not liking the Drake and Zack are perfect surrogates for you.
Oh my god, he's right.
What do you mean?
In the sense that they voice complaints and ask for fridge logic whenever it's possible, you know, just like you for this game.
Well, that's because, again, too, that's because of this game's logic. Do something stupid and have Zack point out that it's stupid.
I prepared the perfect
Not
gift for you.
necessarily. Now, with Fairy Friends Rift, that was definitely more the case. With this game, it's more like they play it a bit more coyly. In the sense where, you know, it's more like a sense where the characters actually... Hold on, let me finish. It's more like a case where the characters legit did want it to work out as opposed to them knowing blatantly that it wasn't going to work from the get-go.
We're here to get one of your cakes. Someone wants one, for whatever reason.
But we don't have an actual heat source.
I'll
Use
give you all
the
heat you
dragon.
can handle.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, whoa! I'm in fuego!
Zoinks!
Talk to the
Here is
hand.
the finest creation I have ever created. I'm sure someone will adore it.
So it must
It doesn't look as bad as the others.
But it has meat on top of a cake,
Come to me
Just take the meat
anytime you
off and
desire
eat the
for
meat
my
separate.
I don't think
suppose.
This will ever happen again.
What?
Look, at least it doesn't have fish in it.
Let's get the cake back to Dracoy's.
Alright.
Alright, let's go then.
No Batman transition.
Alright,
well.
alright, everybody. Prepare yourself because the game is in a few minutes is going to basically render the last hour. Well, no, the last hour and a half, basically complete waste of your time.
I have to say, it's an interesting bout of training for making cakes, pretending that you're making cakes.
Still don't understand why Linus and Lucy were to do that on different parts of the canyon.
Yeah, that really didn't make any sense.
Awesome! We got the world's best, worst cake.
Better argue this over some tea.
I can't stand the smell of it.
Well, I'd love to, but it's kind of hard, me being a
Sure.
dragon and all.
Why not?
I mean, he's not wrong.
It's just dodging Jova.
Well, last I checked, dragons like these don't really have opposable... Well, okay, Neverdrake did, but Neverdrake's a different type of dragon.
Remember, Drake also works like that because he has four arms. It's Dracois of it, by all accounts, shouldn't be able to because he's a wyvern.
Even though, weirdly enough, in artwork like this, Drake clearly does not have opposable thumbs, but I guess here he does. I guess the idea now is that, oh, the cake would be too heavy for him, a tiny dragon, to carry.
Here we go.
We have one of Ricardo's cakes.
Now here's one of the big plot twists about to come.
Mind, I'm going to have just a little slice.
Mom.
This is...
Is it everything you hoped for?
No. This cake. It almost tastes like a normal cake.
Ricardo's actually getting better!
Because of all that training?
I'd argue because you also the broccoli, the eggs, and the mayonnaise.
The outcome isn't what
It
I was
has
hoping
some
for.
Issues.
interesting color choices.
It's a cake with problems.
Okay, I will give my thanks that they did not use this as an excuse to pad out the quest, though. They could have easily have done that.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm actually quite surprised that it didn't.
Certainly worthy.
See, Dracois is a bro, yo.
As I promised.
I guess.
More like he's just rolling with
Allow me
it.
to push out something blue.
Oh no.
No,
Why
please.
do you have to word it like that?
Close your eyes.
Because the game thinks this is funny, Jova.
Come, something blue.
I honestly wonder if they're taking this seriously at this point. I honestly really do wonder.
Gee, I wonder. Gee, I wonder. Nah, you think?
Kirk, they didn't pay you enough.
If the game doesn't care, why should I?
Wow, I love how
Because
they even
you're
had the,
better?
even how they had the comedic squeezing out
Like
noise.
I've told you before, back in the very first playthrough, Teo, this should be an effort from both sides, not just me. The game should also be making an effort, not just me.
This is the final
Well, be
something
better
four.
than it.
You may take something blue.
No, that's not
into
really
your
worth it.
possession. You must understand,
Well, do
however,
it for
that
our
the something
audience.
four do not guarantee
Oh no, I'm still gonna be commenting and complaining. It's just that, like, if the game's not invested in its own story, what motivation do I have to be so?
I guess we should probably pay mind just so that we don't accidentally end up contradicting what's actually in the story, in the sense that, we claim something's wrong, but it turns out, oh no, it actually is okay.
Oh, don't worry, Jove. I'm fully aware of what's gonna happen in this story. I've already played this game way more often than any human being should.
Honestly, I gotta say, I'm still tempted. Okay, if this game were available and at a reasonable cost, not $60 like a lot of cheap porn
I
games
actually haven't
tend to
checked
be.
on Amazon lately, but dude,
I'm pretty sure you can find this at a very cheap price nowadays.
considering what's going on right now, I don't really tempted on pre-ordering things on Amazon.
The thing is that, it's not really on any systems I have.
Oh,
stop right there, criminal scum.
There's always digital. Here's the thing, too.
Is it still available?
Yeah, it's still. Oh, yeah,
The thing is that it's only on like PS3 and
PS3.
Just PS3.
Guess what? However, Teo, be warned, this game is 14 gigabytes in size.
Metal Gear Rising was 18. Why should I be frightened?
Yeah, 14 gigabytes is not as bad as they come. Especially in this day and age when we have stuff that can fill up a whole PS4.
You said something, Shiroi?
I said I'd like to know how, because this game isn't exactly,
Yeah,
I'm guessing it's because of the amount of HD animation. The sprites and all that. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
We're destined to have an
There you go. Ideally, there's a copy.
Or maybe, Shiroi, there's also another possibility, Shiroi. There's also another possibility, Shiroi. They might be really shit coders, because usually unoptimized code will have a higher file size than fully optimized, properly well-coded. Like, for example,
Spyro the Reignited Trilogy, anyone?
Take Super Mario Galaxy 2, for example. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is a gigantic game full of levels, full of content, and it's only 1 gigabyte in size. I'm not even kidding.
We've come back in time.
So yeah, we're finally just breaking the truth to Makamona.
So basically, Shiroi, the best guess is bad programming, bad coding.
About all this. Time to put on my medium hat.
Which again, these people should be capable of better, but.
Oh.
Give Makimona the Somethin Four. If you don't, something terrible will...
Yeah, no.
Knock it off.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had just about enough of this.
You and me too.
Wow, she had a different facial animation there for a tiny bit.
I stole them from you somehow. I don't exactly know how, but I did.
So these are the Somethin Four.
Makimona?
Now I can finally be happy.
And I'll finally be happy by attacking you. Ah.
No, the game explains that the Somethin Four.
See, look at that. They are clearly visible objects. There's a dagger, a prism.
One of them's
there
a
go
skull.
a spear.
Oh my god, new animation.
It's one of her attacks.
It's 0 damage.
And it did no damage.
I'm at level 200, Riz. I'm maxed out.
See, why these objects couldn't be actually represented on this? You don't even have to move them. They can be still images.
Sorry, Theo. We're just that bad at programming, I guess.
Listen to us.
What was that? Yeah.
I just don't get the thought process, that's all.
Anyway, Joe, but the logic that the game goes, there you go, she lost her mind. There you go. The Somethin Four are messing with her mind. That's the game's explanation.
So like I said in the original playthrough, they're kind of like the Chaos Observer. If you use them with the purest of intentions, you'll get a good. But if you use them wrongly, well, you go a little cuckoo nuts and warped bad.
Yes, Makimona only used the negative power of the emeralds.
We're basically plot convenient.
Basically, Makamona is a wake-up call boss if you're not heavily leveled up, seeing as how she can poison you.
Anyway,
we'll
spin.
Well, the color purple is very common in RPGs for indicating poison. I mean, it's usually like ways about one of the most common ways of depicting the poison status is purple bubbles coming out of the character's head, something like that. You know, it's typical. So.
Anyway, I was checking. There's actually a copy from my country, but it's like only $10.
Oh, there you go, Theo.
Huh,
How
nice.
the hell did you find that?
I could give Amazon Italy lives. It's from the city of Lecce in Tuscany.
There you go.
A
Then.
lot more than that from around here.
It's similar to how I actually Lecce is in Puglia. My bad.
Pedro,
I fucked up the region, but basically still in my country. It's similar how I got a copy of Green Lantern: Rise of the Manhunters for cheap. Because it was still in my country, so it didn't cost that much.
This game, this game at this point can be obtained for very cheaply.
Mind you, it's a used copy, not new. Just
so I'm guessing, Jova, if Namco Bandai releases this game on Steam, you would buy it.
If it's cheap enough.
Well, Jova, my game will
Oh wait, I love this.
To a sale. Bitch slap.
Wow.
That's 99999 damage.
I love how her hair is so big that it encompasses her entire head.
Alright, everybody.
Speaking of our original playthrough, I do recall the slapping where Teal lost his proverbial shit.
I did.
Yes, you did too. In the original playthrough, you literally were not like, okay, allow me to quote your exact quote too. They didn't even try! Oh my god! There you go.
I don't even remember any of this.
Oh, you were there, sure, right?
In that case, Jova, let's just let them watch.
Don't you remember?
Alright. So she's gonna give back our Somethin Four now. Oh no, first Weddy's gonna call her to reason. I forgot about this.
Meeting someone else. I thought I'd lost my one chance at happiness, but I realized I still had my friends.
There's a real happiness to be found within a circle of good friends. But you have us.
Shut up, I'm talking.
Just like me.
You see, Teo, all Makimona needed all along was friendship.
Sure, she may die
according to her previous crush, not really.
To break the Mobius loop.
That being said, we're definitely going to help look for the perfect guy for you.
You know, I'm gonna take a line from you on Fire Preference or playthrough. Don't you see, Makimona? You still got a friend in us.
Wow. Wait, hold on.
You don't need those tickets to be happy.
I mean, it's not wrong with the context here.
But anyway, you two really
But enough
need to
about
stop
me.
causing
Let's
so much
kill
trouble
you.
around here.
Yeah, that was like one of the very,
here you go.
very
Alright,
few funny lines in
Here you
Freak.
go.
Here you go.
We will.
Check this out.
They are right next to each other. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh no.
Just for
Congratulations.
hey, just
Oh.
Forgot about it.
Allow me to
didn't do that on
quote
purpose.
Shiro's original
You gotta
thoughts in the
believe
original
me.
playthrough. Review. Oh,
It's
what?
okay.
How did you drop it?
I also recall Shiro
So-
referred to. I forget if it was
Hold
Toa or Makamona, but Shiro referred to one of
No,
them as a
this is
stupid
part
bitch.
where you actually go searching for them.
And again, another quote to quote Teo again from the original playthrough. And we had to talk about this in a tea time party. Oh my god.
Basically, guys.
Yeah,
Basically,
to be
guys.
honest, this actually doesn't make sense at all. You should be searching for that immediately.
So there you go, guys. The last hour and a half was just a waste of our time.
Oh yes.
Well,
I
I
remember.
mean,
I remember.
guess we
being-
get
all,
to know.
all for the purposes of the joke of them dropping it. Was it worth it,
well,
game? Was it?
There was a nice moment with Weddy.
Yeah,
There
There was a decent, but I guess there was a decent
at what
boss
cost,
fight.
Wes? But at what cost?
I guess there was a decent boss fight
Pedro.
with Makimona.
What are we supposed to do?
Pedro, at this point, there's nothing really much to cost.
Ouch.
Yeah.
We could still have those good moments without the 90-minute wasted minutes. Just saying.
Basically, let's just say, folks, back at the dropping point, that was where we kind of had our lowest point of the game. Until we got to the big plot twist of this game. That was the real low point. But more on that later. Tea time
What?
for now.
What plot twist that everyone died of an atomic explosion?
No, Dwebs. The plot twist that you so eloquently called in our original playthrough, the worst plot twist you've ever seen.
Yes?
So let's see if
Well,
that. Let's see if 5 years later that still holds up in the next one.
Well, I must have exaggerated because I can't remember the twist.
Oh,
That's
well,
what the next
we'll
part is
just
for.
see.
We'll see. We'll see.
No matter what happens, my feelings for the both of you will never change. Whether we can escape the cycle or not, it doesn't matter.
why don't we just elope?
Forever.
Like, we could just elope and get married, and maybe that would break the loop.
Or even better, just become an unmarried couple. Like, like at this point, is it really worth all this aggravation?
I will say.
Oh my god,
I
walking
will agree.
animations! Haven't seen those in a while.
It's recycled too.
It's recycled from the opening.
Well, that's
I
why I
would
said
agree with
haven't
your
seen those in a
statement, Pedro.
while.
Oh shit, let me run for my kimono. Holy shit,
Whoa,
we can afford to put one for my
see?
kimono.
I would agree with your statement, Pedro, if it
Now
wasn't
they're
that
all-
Toki is royalty and Zack is the
Wait.
cap guards or
Hang
something.
on, hang on. Why are they all now frozen in time?
I hope you don't mind.
Because unfortunately, we have to spare on. It's the Gladiformer strategy, Dwibs. We press pause. We press the pause button to spare on the animation.
Wow.
Move,
Gee,
goddammit!
pretty good.
Oh wow, the tea's pretty good. I recall Shiro yelling, "I don't care" at that
Down
point.
Kamza Plaza.
I still don't care, Jova.
Now
Let
some
me
of Ricardo's
reassure you.
cake.
Well, how about this? After this, I'll show you your reaction of this thing because it was quite funny.
Oh god. okay.
Tio.
It's like I
Yeah.
said, guys.
Question.
Part 13 of our original playthrough is so fun to
Yeah,
watch.
well,
Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
What happens if you drink too much tea?
no reason to hide
You
it.
need to go
It
to
go-
the bathroom.
It goes straight
Pretty
to your.
much.
Don't you see,
Like,
Dibs? It goes straight
What-
to your
what
thighs,
was
and
that
then you.
question?
It goes straight to your thighs, and then you blow up.
Calm down.
Joe, I always thought that was burgers.
What's she talking about?
Tea can be just as deadly, if not more so.
We
Either
Clean
tea.
our own
Well,
before
Joe,
we-
honestly, I prefer that.
Hold on,
to
guys.
turning
Hold on,
it off
guys.
a bit,
So it
expanding your
turns out
bladder.
Makimona, Wedi, Reijo, and Enda made their own Something Four, which once again are
Okay,
just
I'm gonna say
glowing
it.
pink orbs.
Okay, Tio, I'm gonna say it. Maybe the real Something Four was the friends we made along the way.
Oh my god, no.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and
yes.
Tails cringing exactly like in the original. But
That's because it is like you just
do
posted
it.
three, bro.
well, at least we get to hear the main theme, which is one of the best tracks.
True. Aw, even Makamona made one, and let's see what it's made of.
Again, don't you see, Tail? All we
Oh,
really needed was
look at that!
friendship.
It turns out she's also a certified jeweler.
Of course, she's whatever. Okay, see, Jova, this is what we call convenient writing. You know, the character is whatever the writer requires her to be at any moment in time.
Okay,
for the purpose of moving the plot forward.
You know, to be fair, this whole Jill of all trades thing, I don't mind that being a thing. It's just that it's more like we're told about her jobs rather than
It
shown.
doesn't help the lack of lore establishing.
There you go, guys. You see,
Talk
the
to
real
me.
treasure all along was the friends we made along the way.
You do realize that
And
this
they're all
means we
shit.
You do realize that this means we didn't have to have those Something Four pooped onto us,
Where
right?
did Makimona go?
Oh, she
Actually,
left.
that's a good point.
I'm
Was-
guessing
was-
after
was she-
she came here to give her a gift, and then she had to leave because she had a
Was
job
she-
or something.
Was she only available for like 5 minutes of film?
Well, to be fair, Dwebs, she does have multiple jobs, so that actually is not too far fetched.
Wedding
I have
number
to go,
4,
my
but
planet
before
needs me.
that, let's go to the
Alright.
church square.
Okay, guys, so start placing your bets. Will we be able to get married this time?
No.
I do remember the twist, so no.
Honestly, the only thing I actively remember from any of this is tea.
I wonder why that
think-
might
There's
be.
a hell of a lot of it.
I look forward to the twist this year, I just
Is it,
saying.
Oh,
it's interesting
yeah.
because you were quite ticked off by the dropping accident that we just saw in the original playthrough.
Well, like,
lunch, but I'm
there
not
was no
sure how
effort.
it's gonna taste.
Yeah.
And like, so Teo, do you still stand by your original statement of they didn't even try?
In terms of the beach lap, yeah, I guess it's poorly animated.
And
Yeah.
I thought Toki was supposed to be the clumsy one, not Toa.
No. Even if you're using Toki, she still drops it. She drops it regardless of which girl you're using. You see, Dwebs, when the plot needs to move forward, it will, regardless of how much characters it breaks.
More to ensue in the next part.
It's a very classic thing in bad writing, Dwebs. Just ask David Goyer. He's the master of it. So, all right, everybody, see you for the next part where the big plot twist will
I can't
ensue.
wait.
Oh, goody.
See ya.
Yeah.